Okay, this is episode 2 of season 1. This is the mouse talking. Oliver, it's time to get up. So alzarsi is reflexive verb. Now he could have said alzarti, time to get yourself up. I think he's just using the verb in a general way here. Yes, Mama. Mouse. Good morning. Will you give me a crayon? Actually, but it's not future tense. And he doesn't, in English we might say, can you give me a crayon? But that literally says, give me a crayon? The boy says, a crayon, certainly. Thanks. If you give a crayon to a mouse, then mouse, what do you need it for? Or literally, for what does it serve you? I want to draw my own cartoon. There are never mice. In my cartoon, there is an evil scientist named Dr. Crab. One day, while he's in his laboratory, Dr. Crab, laughing, says, "This is my greatest invention, the toy grabber XK10,000. So arafare is a verb that means to grab, and giocattoli are toys. What do you think of my cartoon so far? It's actually what do you say about my cartoon so far or until now? It's fantastic. But what does Dr. Crab want to do with a toy grabber XK10,000? And Mouse replies, he wants to grab all the toys of the universe and keep them for himself. No one else will be able to have toys. So potra is future tense. Wow, that's truly cruel. Yes, but don't worry, Oliver. Or don't worry yourself, Oliver. Because the masked mouse is always ready to intervene. The masked mouse destroys the toy grabber XK10,000 and returns to everyone the stolen toys, or actually stolen games. Hooray for the masked mouse! And the boy asks the mouse, do you know already what will be his motto? Now the the motto in English rhymed, So whoever was translating this Italian tried to make something that rhymes, but it's a little awkward. It says, the masked mouse for who has need of a friend of their dreams, because bisogno and sogno rhyme. I like it, or it pleases me. Mouse says, thanks. Now I know what I need, or what I have need, for what I have need. When a mouse draws a cartoon in which he's a superhero, then a cape. And a special superhero logo. Now the boy's talking to the audience, so he's using third person. He wants to become a superhero also in real life. The masked mouse. Ready to... Boy says, mouse. Mouse replies, I'm well. So bisognare is a verb we don't have in English. It just means it's necessary. It's necessary to train oneself to become a superhero. Now this is the mom, like downstairs, saying, Oliver, it's time to go to do the groceries. And the boy says to the camera, or to the audience, when mama says it's time to go, it's time to go. The mouse asks the boy, what do you have to buy? And he's using the voi plural form because he's saying both the boy and the mom. Some new shoes for playing softball. We left a big disorder, a big mess. So here again, bello doesn't have to mean beautiful or even something good. In this case, it's just is used to mean something big. Maybe it's the case that I reorder, meaning I clean up. So in Italian, when you say something is the case, il caso, it means like it's appropriate that you do something. And then the mouse says, kind of like step aside, make your... So fatti is made up of fai, which is the imperative of the verb fare, and then the ti is the pronoun for you. So it's like make yourself aside, step aside, Oliver. This is a job for the masked mouse. Seriously? Doesn't it annoy you to clean? Helping others is an assignment, or superhero assignment or job. Thanks, mouse. We'll see you in a little bit. It's time that the masked mouse enters into action. And entri there is congiuntivo. Um, I know what serves me, meaning I know what I need. A vacuum cleaner. Now this is Moose who's outside. Uh, Chelo is sky or heaven, but it'd be like saying, "Oh heavens, Mamma Mia." Now instead of saying "Le mie spese," my groceries, he's saying it singular here, "La mia spesa," but you'll see in a moment he's having trouble holding all his grocery bags. Um, that says listen, and that was the plural form, like as if he's talking to a bunch of people. A quanto pare, parere means to seem, so it's literally something like as much as it seems. Moose is in trouble, although guai is plural, so it's like he's in troubles. And when someone is in trouble, the masked mouse must intervene. Don't fear, moose. So notice when in the to form of the imperative, you use the infinitive temere. Um, and then he says, I will save you in future tense. Oh, my oranges. And the mouse says, no problem for the masked mouse. Excuse me, Piper. Can you lend me your net? Now, again, in English, you'd say, can you lend me this? This is not using the verb can. It's just saying, lend me your net. Rete is a net, so retino is a little net. Certainly, mysterious masked mouse. Largo literally means wide. There's a phrase, fai largo, meaning an imperative expression, meaning make wide, like get out of the way. Now, this is one of the guys holding the glass who says, well, one says, oh no, and the other guy says, I can't watch. And the mouse says, gotten or taken. Now, he says, look at that beauty is technically what that says. Guardate is the voi form. I know that I should think of being or doing a superhero. But when I see that literally says croquet doors, but that must be what they call croquet hoops. I must, by necessity, pass underneath. And the chi there is not the pronoun for us, it's the pronoun for there. Um, there, the last orange is saved. Oh, I thank you, masked mouse. Now, when somebody says grazie, that's actually a plural noun. Grazia is singular, grazie is plural. You're just saying a noun, thanks. The verb form, though, is ringraziare. So ti ringrazio is actually to say I thank you. It was a game of, or kid game, but like in English when we'd say it was child's play, with the idea that it was easy. And I think that's where we'll stop for part one of season two.